Here we go. You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't block me.
They'll run it here. This is Marlon Mack. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
Here we go. Wait, Davey! Watch twist. Stay hot.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's complete to Jack Doyle, the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
We got this.
Garoppolo now. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
On play action, now Garoppolo. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. A gain there of 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense, and reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's got Jack Doyle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. It'll be a 49-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move, and they know it affects the defense because a lot of times you get lost in coverage in the secondary, and I think you're exactly right. Wasn't his primary target. Found a secondary guy who sprang open, probably because of his movement out of the pocket.
58 to Mike. 58 to Mike. Yes, yes.
On third down, Jackson. That's caught by the former Sooner, Mark Andrews. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the third down play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a first down carry for Harris. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
You.
On second down, this is Harris. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a first down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. This one complete to Devin Funchess. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10, right at the 40. They'll run on first down. It's Harris, and he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
From the 31, Jackson. It's complete to Snead. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, and hey, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal at the 4-yard line.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Hey, 4 down.
They'll try the right side with Harris. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he almost flirted with disaster there, but it does get into the end zone before going out, and they'll bring it out to the 25. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November. already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
And that play goes nowhere. He's met behind the line, and a penalty flag may add insult to injury. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
Here we go, here we go. Black 80!
Watch right, you got right. Come on, baby, come on, let's go.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's third down.
They went with a dime look on defense. Two extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10.
65. Bravo!
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is simply a great read by a defensive back. It's 3rd and 10, so he sits right on where the yard-to-gain marker is, knows it's going to be a route around that distance, makes his read, breaks on the football, and makes a terrific play.
So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. 25 yards that time.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. It's brought in by Harris. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. They'll try to run with Harris. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
And that loss of yards there is not just on him. It's on the guys blocking for him. I mean, they're supposed to create some type of space or at least get a stalemate. They end up letting them through, and they ended up tackling him for a loss.
They'll run for it with Smallwood. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
It's 3rd down and goal to go.
They've been stuffed twice here for losses. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
From the gun, Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, they're going to try this thing. They're at the 5, 4th and goal. They're going to go for it. We'll see. Run, probably pass to both in the arsenal. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 5 yards out as the Ravens push further out in front. And maybe that was just a case of completely overlooking the guy holding the football.
It certainly felt like it, didn't it? Because on my checklist, okay, as a defender,
QB's last.
running back, fullback, heck, jet sweeps nowadays. Before you even get to thinking about the quarterback might actually keep it.
Come on, let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. Their deficit is 11, 14-3, and needing to get something going here as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On 2nd down, here's a run with Mack. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Ready? Set hunt! Set hunt!
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Harris now to return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Ravens will take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best
Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line.
Well, there definitely was some juice on that pass. And while tight ends don't always have the same reputation for hands as wide receivers do, in this case, that ball was expected to be caught.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Taken in by the tight end Doyle. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here we go.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. Complete to Hilton. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Garoppolo looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
They went with the dive look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this one will be touchdown inside the 40-yard line. And from down in Miami, an update. The Bills have taken an early lead against the Dolphins. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Forced out to his left. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down. Snead's got it.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing is Jackson. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another 1st down at the Colts 30. Jackson now 9 of 11.